Power Pictures.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Madam Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, and guests, for most of us, understanding happiness starts at a young age when we're taught if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands, stamp your feet, and shout hooray. That's the magical way to get that warm, fuzzy, magical, happy feeling. But is true happiness really that simple? Or does it go far beyond the primary school sing-song? To define happiness, I turn to Webster. Happiness is a state of well-being and contentment. Now it's a bit more cerebral than hooray! But there was a time Webster and I couldn't have agreed more. It was when my dream of one day being on the radio, a star, pilot of the airwaves, or as my mother-in-law called it, a celebutard, became reality. I sat in a room all by myself and talked into a stick, which isn't as crazy as it sounds. Besides, it didn't matter. I had achieved total bliss, true happiness. Until last summer, when my dream was snatched from under me after the radio station announced a format change and I was no longer needed. No longer needed? I was the guy who went to the ends of the earth to start my career. In Kenora. My audience at the time consisted of 3 bears and 2 elk. And I was no longer needed. Believe me, I was far from happy. And stamping my feet all the way out of El Basso Supremo's office didn't make it feel any better. Oh, I was pretty upset. And I wanted that rush of happiness back. I searched everywhere for it. Television, Toastmasters, the bottom of a carton of Heavenly Hash ice cream. Nowhere to be found. And then after checking my horoscope one morning, I stumbled on a quote from Abraham Lincoln, who said, "Most people are about as happy as they make up their minds to be." I found it. And then I found out more about Abe. A great man whose life was plagued with mental illness and whose personal life was riddled with tragedy, including the premature death of his mother, his sister, and all but one of his sons. And he was talking to me about happiness? I wasn't convinced. But it's not about me. And it's not about Abe. What is happiness to you? For my friend in Russia, where homosexuality is not illegal but still not widely accepted, and every day is a life or death struggle, happiness can be summed up in one word: freedom. But for most of us, happiness comes from stuff, the things we buy. And the happier we need to be, the bigger or more expensive the stuff. Like when I bought my new television last year, thinking it would give me a PermaSmile. Apparently PermaSmiles come in 40-inch or larger, and I bought a 32. But I'm not the only one who shops his way to happiness. According to the Certified General Accountants Association of Ontario, Canadians' happiness equates to roughly $1.4 trillion of household debt. We're happy to the tune of roughly $40,000 a person, more than our neighbors to the south. So if you're happy and you know it, or unhappy and you know it, swipe your Visa. Have we given up wanting to know, wanting to find true happiness? Content to live the illusion we're happy? True happiness doesn't come from your job. It doesn't come by magically clapping your hands or shouting hooray. And it certainly doesn't come from a 60-inch LED TV. Unless, of course, it's NASCAR season. Happiness, the true kind we sing about as kids, dream about as teenagers, long for as young adults, and lose sight of when we turn 30, comes from within. Maybe it is as simple as the childhood songs we sang. After all, look at how happy kids are. Because life is simple and carefree. They are living in the moment. A happy song within their hearts. Friends, life is complicated. It doesn't have to be. Maybe we should find that song within. It might not bring about total bliss, but it may be a good start. Let's see if we can find it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
One minute.